For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check out g2a.com, and if you need any Ultimate Team coins, then head over to FIFA. The code CHES will get you a discount on both sites, and all links are down below. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 33 of the Liverpool career mode here on FIFA 15. Today it's the Season 1 roundup. We finished the Barclays Premier League games in yesterday's episode, and they were the two final games we had left to play in this first season. I've advanced until the end of June, one day before the switch from Season 1 to Season 2. So we'll have a quick roundup, check out how our league ended up and how the other major leagues did around Europe, and then we'll have a final squad report so we can see who's done what this season and maybe have a quick think about who's going to be going where this season, or at the start of the second at least, and then tomorrow we will have a genuine transfer targets episode. So if you enjoy the video, then make sure you hit that like button, and of course subscribe if you haven't already. You can currently see on this tile here, and I'll bring it up so you can see the entirety of the table on your screen. We finished 6th last year in the Barclays Premier League. Unfortunately, not quite able to qualify for Europe through the league, although if FIFA is realistic, we should have qualified for the Europa League for next season thanks to winning the FA Cup and Capital One Cup. So we'll have to wait and see what happens in that regard, but fingers crossed we should be in Europe next year regardless of not actually finishing in the top 5 in the BPL, and obviously the target for next year will be to make sure we finish in a Champions League group spot. So top 4 will be the aim for the next season. Chelsea win the BPL, as you can see, by 8 points. Man United second, Spurs and Man City rounding out the Champions League group spots, with Arsenal there in 5th. We finished above local rivals Everton solely on goal difference there by +5, which is pleasing actually, considering we didn't quite achieve what we wanted to in the league. But unfortunately West Brom, Burnley and Sunderland will be leaving us and not playing in the BPL in the second season. West Ham stay up by the skin of their teeth on goal difference by +4. So the Hammers will be staying, and unfortunately the Mackhams will be leaving. Of course, we won the FA Cup on Tuesday with a 2-1 win over Hull City at Wembley, and we were also victorious earlier on in the season in the Capital One Cup final as well, with a 2-0 victory over Arsenal. So 2 domestic cups for us this year, and we were unfortunately knocked out in the Champions League at the semi-final stage. Although the team that beat us, Chelsea, obviously lost in the final 1-0 to Bayern Munich, as you can see. Although the board did want us to reach the knockout stages, so to be fair, we absolutely smashed that objective out of the park. So hopefully they will take that into account. Besiktas, though, an all-Turkish Europa League final with Besiktas taking on Galatasaray, and it was Besiktas to win that particular competition. So congratulations to them. And of course, we'll have a quick look at the top goal scorers in the competitions that we were involved in, and then we'll have a look at the rest of the top leagues around Europe. But as you can see, Edinson Cavani joint top for Golden Boot with Mario Balotelli of our very own side, and then Rooney and Van Persie coming second and third technically, respectively, and then Boney up there in 5th as well with their 15, level with Enner Valencia, who seems to score goals for West Ham in every single career mode, and his goals there were probably the main difference why West Ham stayed up. We've got Daniel Sturridge there as well, our own Daniel Sturridge in 7th, and I think that's the only the 2 Liverpool players in the top 25. Yes, on assists though, Adam Lallana comes top. He had an incredible season, one of my favourite players to play with so far on a career mode this year on FIFA 15. Lallana finishes top of the assist charts, Hazard comes second, and then Rooney, Marquisio and Mata, a triple-headed attack of those 3 in 3rd, 4th and 5th. And I don't think there are any other Liverpool... Oh no, there is. Douglas Costa there in 20th, as you can see, with 5 assists as well, and that was it. Clean sheet wise, our keeper came nowhere near the top. Crystal Palace, Julian Speroni getting 9 clean sheets, as well as Wojciech Szczesny and Kasper Schmeichel, so congratulations to those 3. Our best goalkeeper clean sheet wise was Mattia Perran with 3 in the Barclays Premier League. Rene Adler played more games but didn't keep 3 clean sheets. Disgraceful as far as I'm concerned, but of course half of that will be my terrible defending. So other top leagues around Europe, of course, we will have a quick look through the lower leagues in England as well. Of course, I'll be intrigued to see who came up from the Championship. And as you can see, Norwich City won the league with Watford coming second, so they'll both join us on automatic promotion basis in the Premier League next year. And then one of Cardiff, Wigan, Nottingham Forest and Middlesbrough will be joining us via the playoffs as well. Dropping out of that league, of course, are Brentford, Rotherham and Bournemouth. So a quite stark contrast to real life, where Bournemouth are top of the Championship. But in League 1, Bristol City win the league with Preston second, so they'll go up. And then one of Sheffield United, Bradford, Barnsley and MK Dons will join those two in the Championship. And then, unfortunately for Crawley, Notts County, Crewe and Swindon, they'll all drop down to League 2. Yeovil managing to avoid relegation, so congratulations to them and Fable Guy. Portsmouth win League 2 by 5 points with a century of points there. Shrewsbury second and Oxford third. All three go up automatically, and then one of Plymouth, Bury, Cheltenham and Southend will join them in League 1. And Cambridge sadly came 21st, which is quite atrocious to be completely honest. And if it were realistic, Carlisle and Burton Albion would have exited the league, the Football League, and found themselves in the Vanarama Conference for the next season. PSG though win in France with Marseille second, so congratulations to PSG. They clearly won the league by a large margin, 96 points. For some reason, again, it hasn't played all of the games in the Bundesliga, despite the fact that we're at the end of June, so we'll just have to take this for golden. But even if even though there are still 2 games to play technically, even if Dortmund won both of those and Bayern Munich lost both of those, they'd still win the league. And in fact, in the 32 games that they've played so far, they've remained undefeated, so congratulations to Bayern Munich. They win in the Bundesliga. It should be 34 games in that league, but it isn't, which is frustrating. And it should be 38 games in Italy as well, but again, for some reason, it just hasn't decided to play them. So Milan, AC Milan win the Scudetto for the first time in a very long time, and Juventus sat there in second with Inter third and Lazio fourth. Roma and Napoli down in 7th and 6th. So disappointing for them this year. And then we'll have a quick look at how things went down in Spain. Of course, Ajax and Sporting winning in the Netherlands and Portugal respectively. Celtic winning Scotland. And in Spain, again, 2 games short of a full season for some unknown reason, because FIFA's retarded. But Barcelona win La Liga by 3 points ahead of Real Madrid. Sevilla pip Atleti to 3rd place, and it's Athletic Bilbao in 5th and Valencia in 6th. So as you might expect in a lot of the leagues around Europe this season. So hopefully though, in the next year we'll be able to get ourselves up towards the top of the league, because we are thinking of having a mass squad turnaround in this summer. We'll have a squad report to round out, and as you can see, I'll sort by positions to make it easier. As you can see, Matteo Perra kept 11 clean sheets in his 26 appearances, although again, as you can see, only 3 of those came in the Barclays Premier League. Pleased with Perra, and he'll probably be my number 1 next year, because I am going to move Rene Adler on because he's shite. We paid £8.5 million for him from Hamburg. His Ultimate Team card is 82 rated, and in previous years on Career Mode and Ultimate Team, he's been 84 rated, but for some reason he started 79 rated on this particular squad update, and has gone up 1 since we've had him. So his stats actually aren't relative to what his Ultimate Team stats are. As you can see there, I'll bring up his Ultimate Team stats on my laptop next to me. On Ultimate Team, he has 85 diving and 85 reflexes, whereas here he has 79 and 83, which baffles me. Handling is 79 and here it's 77, and positioning is 80, whereas it's only just gone up to 80 on Career Mode. So on Ultimate Team, that's why I bought Rene Adler, because I was comparing him to his Ultimate Team card and to my experiences with him on Ultimate Team throughout the previous few years. Whereas on Career Mode, for some reason, his stats have taken a mass downgrade, and he was absolutely terrible. So he'll be moved on, and we will get another keeper in. But Matteo Perrin will be my number 1, and I might look for a youngster, maybe someone like Jack Butland, to bring in as a rotation keeper for the centre back, or for the goalkeeper position, sorry. Danilo's been fantastic for us at right back, gone up 3 ratings since we brought him in, and his stats are flourishing, up 5 on the important ones with a slide tackle and stand tackle, and of course all of his technical attributes actually, apart from penalties, have shot up this year, so delighted with him. And he's been very solid for us in his 43 games this season. Manquillo's played more football towards the end of the season and actually started to grow a little bit. I think it's a 2-year loan spell as well for Manquillo, so we may be able to utilise him a little bit more in the second season. And actually, he was quite impressive when I did play him, because I had started to play, what's his face, where is he? His name's escaped me. John Flanagan. We were playing him a lot more, but I started to play Javier Manquillo, and he actually was more solid for me. But Andre Wisdom was out on loan this year, and he'll be leaving the club next year. Dejan Lovren was It's pretty terrible for me, to be completely honest, and I'm probably going to sell him in the next transfer window and bring in someone that's better, because I did not enjoy playing with Dejan Lovren whatsoever. Mamadou Sakho, however, was very good for me, and he'll be staying in the first team slot, went up 1 rating, although his technical stats and physical stats haven't actually improved. Rudiger will be our youngster again in the rotation spots, alongside Thiago Ilori, who will come back from loan and probably have a part to play in the next season. He's still at Bordeaux, so I'm not sure whether that's a 2-year loan. If it is, then of course Rudiger will see more first team football than perhaps he may have previously done. Sebastian Coates is on loan at Sunderland. Again, would have thought he'd have come back by now if it was only a 1-year deal, so perhaps it's a 2-year deal and we won't see him until the 3rd season either. But Coates will be leaving when he does come back, because I don't like playing with him. But Inigo Martinez, unfortunately injured for another 8 weeks, but has been very solid for us. Pleased with his performances this year, and he'll be staying at the club. Alberto Moreno has been my starting left back, obviously, and he's actually grown quite nicely and been a very good player for us this year. Pleased with him, and he will stay as first team left back. Alexandro will continue on as rotation left back, and I may send John Flanagan out on loan, to be completely honest. It depends what happens with Manquillo. If Manquillo stays, Flanagan will go out on loan. If Manquillo goes back to Atleti, we'll have to keep John Flanagan as rotation. But he's growing nicely despite only playing 16 games, so maybe he's going to be one of those glitch players that just flies up in rating, but we'll have to wait and see. Centre mid-wise, Morgan Schneiderlin's been very good for me since coming in. As you can see, played 40 games in the BPL this season, although of course the majority of those would have been for Southampton during his spell there. We bought him in January for £12 million, and he was very good for me. Fernando came in as a youngster, actually played 20 games, which is strange because I don't remember playing him in that many games. A lot of those must have come off the bench, but pleased with him. Obviously scored a very important last gasp goal against Chelsea in the most recent, or one of the most recent episodes. I think it was Tuesday's episode. In fact, it may have been Monday's actually, when he scored the last gasp goal at Stamford Bridge. Vital goal. Steven Gerrard is probably going to leave us in the summer. I'm probably going to sell him. I didn't enjoy playing with him, despite the fact that his average rating is actually quite high, and he scored 7 goals, although I think 6 of those 7 were from the penalty spot. And I just don't enjoy playing with Steven Gerrard this year. I don't know why, and I'll probably move him on, if anything, to keep the series realistic, because of course he will be leaving Liverpool at the end of this season in real life as well. So he'll probably leave us. Lazar Markovic will leave us as well. I haven't enjoyed playing with him, unfortunately, and I'll be replacing him. Might be able to get a decent amount of fee for him as well, considering he's quite young. Suso wants to stay, despite the fact that it says homesick. He wants to stay, but I might send him out on loan. Preferably to a Spanish club, hopefully, to try and improve his morale. Jordan Henderson was very good for us this year. Of course, missed a chunk of the season through injury, but was very impressive for me. And surprised he hasn't gone up overall at all, really, considering there have been quite a few improvements there on the technical side. Emre Can has been a good rotation player for us. A lot of substitute appearances, a lot of rotation appearances, and he will continue to play for us in the second season. Roster is out on loan and will either stay out on loan next season or be sold. Hesse, I can't decide what to do with. He would either stay or be sold. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. It depends what happens to Lazar Markovic, I think. But I am looking for a new winger, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. Asaidi was, of course, on loan at Stoke this year, injured at the minute with a broken leg, unfortunately for him. So his football this year was cut short, but probably going to sell him to fund extra signings. Douglas Costa was very good for us this year. Really pleased with his performances for the side. Up at £15.5 million his value, which is more than what we paid for him, and he's up 2 ratings as well at 82, and those in-game stats look very, very good indeed. So he'll be staying. Adam Lallana was fantastic for us this year. 17 assists in all competitions and 8 goals as well. A vital part of our starting 11, and actually gave this man a run for his money this year. Felipe Coutinho has been particularly disappointing actually for me in this season. 4 goals, 6 assists, which just doesn't compare whatsoever to Adam Lallana. I don't know what to do with Coutinho either. I really don't. I might sell him and try and bring in someone of true quality, but obviously to bring in one of the world's best to Cam, you're really going to have to pay a lot of money. So I'm really not sure what to do there. That one will probably come down to you guys. Cameron Brannigan will go out on loan or be sold. Same with Luis Alberto. Raheem Sterling's had a decent season, not grown as much as we may have liked him to, but I may again in the second season try and fiddle with the formation so he actually plays outright at right wing and grows a little bit more. Maybe that was the reason why he didn't grow this year, because he was playing at right mid and not right wing. So we'll try that in the second season. Harry Wilson will go out on loan or be sold. Mario Balotelli, 32 goals in 39 games. Wowzers. Considering he didn't score for the first month or two, that is genuinely incredible from him. really, really good and definitely my first team striker because Daniel Thurs, despite scoring 28 goals in all competitions, I don't like playing with him and I am going to sell him in the second season and bring in someone else. It might not be a popular decision, but it's a decision that I'm making for the good of the team with regards to my playing style, and Daniel Sturridge just does not suit the way that I play FIFA. So he's going to leave. Balotelli will be my number one, and then we'll bring someone else in. Again, you guys will have some voting to do there. Iago Aspas I may actually play in pre-season next year, just to get a feel of how he plays. If, of course, that isn't a 2-year loan deal at Sevilla. He's gone up a couple of ratings, though, which is pleasing to see. Divock Origi. Well, I'm not too sure what to do with him. I may send him out on loan again for the second year because he has improved slightly, but not perhaps as much as we might have liked him to. Although that pace and strength and finishing might do us a job as a rotation striker. I'll have to let you guys decide on what happens with him. And Shei Oko will go out on loan or be sold. Probably sold, actually, considering he's only 57 rated at 18 years of age. So that is going to round out the squad report. Of course, let me know any transfer suggestions you may have in the comment section down below. We do have a large transfer budget left, and I'm going to use that actually to bring in some top quality youth scouts and some top quality normal scouts, and then perhaps fiddle with some of the players' contracts just to get them on some better wages or some longer deals for the next season to make sure that they're happy and sort the squad roles out so that we can keep the morale a little bit higher than we did this year. But overall, a successful season for us, I think. 6th for Liverpool is pretty average, and to be fair, Liverpool have been pretty average over the past decade or so in the league. Only twice have they really threatened to finish in, consistently at the top, finishing second twice. So perhaps you might expect them to challenge for 4th after last year, but we just couldn't quite manage it this year. We did do very well in all 3 cup competitions, so overall a successful year. We did the domestic cup double, so pleased with how things went. We'll try our best to improve in the second season. That will bring today's episode to a close. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit me up with as many transfer suggestions as you can possibly do in the comments. I'll have a transfer target episode out tomorrow, and I'll add to that any of your suggestions throughout the next week or so with this particular series. But there will be a My Player tonight because you'll be seeing this on Thursday, so check your sub boxes for that around about 8 o'clock. And of course, feel free to follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Links will be down below in the description. But I will end now. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.